What is up guys, Wolfgang here. So today I wanted to talk about the Samsung event. Now, I don't have my tablet here now. My phone's kind of too small to do how I did my previous Samsung video. So I'll just be talking through it, show some images on the screen. Mostly just the feature stuff that Samsung announced for each device. And yeah, let's get through it. This video is not sponsored. These are just my thoughts as a Samsung user and a supporter, I guess. Perhaps I did pre-order some of these devices. So let's get into it. So first of all, I want to talk about the Flip 5, which is the first device they announced in the Unpacked, which, I mean, it makes sense. It is the device that had the most changes, and even most changes means like 2 or 3 at best. What's new in the Flip 5 is the cover screen. So you can call it cover screen, or you can call it flex window, however you want to. You know, Samsung called it flex window. I think it's okay they're renaming it, but it's still a cover screen. It's fine. So they made it a lot larger, and they made a lot of new widgets for it, and it looks really cool. You can do a lot with it. My one issue with the cover screen or flex window is, at that point, why are you getting this phone over maybe another phone, or like a smaller phone perhaps? Because having to open it is just more movement, more things to do. Those are of course my thoughts. You can think differently. Now, I do really appreciate the idea that Mr. Who's the Boss gave, that it's more of a division of what you're doing. So you can have kind of like the cover screen be things that you need to use, and then once you open it, to be able to open all the applications you want to use that you could get distracted with, like social media. I like the idea, but might as well just practice self-control, in my opinion. But I mean, to each their own. I mean, it isn't a bad idea, that's for sure. Now, one thing where I do see a lot of value in this phone is for people that like to take a lot of selfies, or like to vlog, or maybe some content creation. I'm not 100% certain on the cameras on that device, but I'm pretty sure they're solid. It gives you a lot more flexibility of not needing to buy a tripod and a phone mount and so on and so forth, because you can flip the phone around, make it stand on its own anywhere, and, you know, take pretty decent, really good selfies and really good video of yourself without needing someone else to hold your phone. And it has pretty good stabilization as well. So I think it's definitely pretty good for content creators. For me personally, I already have a sort of a stand to hold my phone as a top-down view. And once, if I ever plan to make a normal view, you know, front to or talking head videos, for example, I will definitely be buying a different rig. I won't be buying a flip phone for that. However, for most people that just enjoy making content, I think it could be great. You know, taking pictures of themselves or videos and so on and so forth. I think it could be great. No issues with that. Now, the next device I wanted to talk about is the Fold 5. Now, I did pre-order this one. I am somewhat excited for the new form factor, as I have not owned a foldable phone yet. And yeah, I think it'll be cool. At least a new experience for me. So what's new in this phone is really just the hinge, and this applies for the Flip as well. The hinge makes it be able to close flat now, which is a good thing, but it's not great per se. You probably should have had that from the beginning, but it's great that it's coming now. There's a new S Pen for the Fold 5. Of course, you have to purchase it separately, and it is held outside of the phone. It's not like any of the Note or S something Ultras. This one is held externally, so it's not the best, but it's fine in my opinion. I did purchase this to give it a try. The S Pen is also different. That way it doesn't scratch the internal screen. But aside from that, you know, the sizes are the same, the cameras are the same, the battery is the same. One good change they made on both the Flip and the Fold is the new processor, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. As it's proven, it's pretty good at getting more battery out of a phone. For example, with the S22 versus the S23, the battery life was extended quite a lot. So I'm expecting pretty good battery improvements. And now another improvement they did on both phones is with the Gorilla Glass. So apparently glass both outside and inside is stronger now, which is great. It's still a foldable phone, so I'm expecting the inner screen to be much more delicate. So I will definitely be very careful with the inner screen. You know, keep my nails clipped just in case. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited. I'll let you guys know. I'll definitely be making some videos on it and letting you know my experience. Now, a lot of people have been saying that the Fold 5 is very disappointing because there's nothing new with it. However, I could say the same thing about the S line, for example. There hasn't been all that much change, but they're still great phones, so I have no issue with it. And foldables are new for me, So I'm excited. I'm not really against Samsung or, disappointed at all because I'm excited to try a foldable phone. Now, one more interesting thing they brought to both the Flip and the Fold is they increased the brightness. The max brightness from the inner screen used to be 1,000 nits. Now it's like 1,700. It's crazy bright. Probably going to be really easy to use outdoors. We'll see. I'll let you know once I have it in my hands. So the next device I want to talk about is the Watch 6. Once again, this is another device I pre-ordered. I bought the 47mm version with LTE, as when I was pre-ordering the Fold, it was like 30 bucks more from the Watch 6 Classic 45mm, if I'm not mistaken, to the 47, and LTE was almost nothing. So I decided, yeah, let's go for the LTE version. Why not? I'm not sure if I'll put a chip into it for mobile data, as most of the time I always have my phone on me, but I'll give it a try. So for this phone, once again, not many improvements. The battery should be a little bit better, it has a more powerful processor. So if you had any battery life issues with the Watch 4 Classic, which is the one I have, or any of the Watch 5s, this should be much faster. I'm not 100% certain about the battery, but it's supposed to be faster, so we'll see how that goes. And now another thing they mention, which is what most of what the marketing was for the Watch 6, is the biometric stuff and health tracking. It'll be able to do constant ECGs to monitor your heart rhythm. And there's also, they started the whole marketing of this watch with the sleep tracking and sleep coaching. Okay, I don't know. We'll see if it has anything cool in there when I test it or when I get it in my hands, and I'll let you know. But I'm really excited for the watch, or as it's a little bit bigger of a screen, and it's definitely going to be an update to the one I have. And the last device they mention in the Unpacked is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. So this one is one I am very excited for, even though there are very small updates that they made for this device. So they, upgraded the processor, they made the screen be able to go brighter. It is very well calibrated to DCI-P3. If you know what the color ranges are, that's really nice. And now it's water and dust resistant, IP68. So for my other devices that have been IP68, you can basically jump into the pool with no worries. How much you want to do that with a tablet? Okay, I mean, if you want to, sure, but definitely not something I'll be doing. I will not be testing the water resistance nor dust resistance of my tablet. But I'm really excited for getting a new tablet, as in this video over here, I mentioned how mine cracked, and I did not want to have a cracked tablet, so I ended up selling that one to buy this one this year. And yeah, we'll see. I don't expect any issues with the tablet. Unfortunately, they didn't include the book cover, even though it was what kind of got my tablet cracked in the first place. The book keyboard cover, sorry. There is a new smart cover, which I'll be looking at. I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm interested, to say the least, because you can now stand it vertically and horizontally. Yeah, once I get that in my hands, I'll let you guys know what I think. If you want to see more videos like this one, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon. I'll let you guys know what I think. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And yeah, have a good day.